Hi guys, today I'm going to be using sentence strips to talk about comprehension. So I make 50 sentence strips over the summer, which is why this is in July, and I number them. So they're numbered in the corner, 1 and then 2, 3, and as I use them, I flip them to the back. And the way this goes, it's a whole group intervention. So during your morning routine with literacy or whenever you do your literacy block. So it works like this. I point out at the very beginning of the year myself, I write with an eraser. And then we all say together, I teach them to go, does that make sense? And then I teach them to echo read. So I go like this, then they read it with me. I write with an eraser. Then they turn and talk to each other and they figure out how to have the sentence make sense. And then they come back together to the group. And a couple of partners will share, and I can teach you in a different blog how I did that in a quick way. But a partner might say, I erase, so they're going to change this word, I erase. So we all use tricky fingers, so we're going to take that partner's way to fix the sentence. I erase, and they all kind of go like this with both of their hands, I erase with an eraser. So the goal of this is for the kids to understand that you have to read something that makes sense in your brain. Now, they will eventually get to a point where they understand when I go like this, that I'm asking them, did that make sense? And then eventually I won't even give them that scaffolding. I'll just see, can they understand if that makes sense? So this is kind of a way to whole group go together. Now I talk to them about how we can just change the word with tricky fingers and you can't do that in reading. You have to figure out the word that you read wrong in reading so it makes sense. All right, so each of the sentences has a second teaching point. So for example, I might say, oh, you changed the verb. You changed the verb, that's something you do from write to erase. And it's just a quick hit, it's a touch, it's not a huge thing. If a student fixed eraser to pen, I'll say, oh, this says an, that article is an, and that's because this is a vowel, A-E-I-O-U-R vowels. So we're gonna have to use tricky fingers with an and eraser. I do that sometimes, so it would look like this. I write with a pencil. So the kids know that they're changing both of those, and they're just aware then that this changes when it's a vowel or a consonant. Sometimes I know I have a book at the beginning of the year about a bakery, so I'll use this. A carpenter works in a bakery, and we'll read, does that make sense? Now, they won't get this, but they'll know by now in the year, it's maybe the second or third week of school, that this is supposed to be funny. So they will laugh, even though they don't know maybe what a bakery is or a carpenter. And it's kind of funny because they don't really know what they're laughing about. But they know it's supposed to be goofy, right? So what I'll do is I'll say a carpenter is someone who works with, or I'll ask them if someone knows what a carpenter is or what a bakery is, and they can share. And so then we'll switch this one. A carpenter works in a wood shop. We can talk about that. But the bakery is really where we want them to go because we're going to read a book about that. So it can be for vocabulary. It can be for parts of speech. But the main thing is it's all about comprehension. And by about the second or third week, I begin to have the special person of the day point out the words. And they think that's really special. So a student will come up and point this out. The idea is that as they're reading independently, they need to know that their words have to make sense. And this is just a way, whole group, 3 minutes. It shouldn't take you more than 3 minutes once you teach them. You read it, does that make sense? They read it, turn and talk, you fix it, use tricky fingers, and do another quick touch point, whether it's vocab, parts of speech, articles, whatever it is. You'll find something in the sentence that you can teach from. Good luck. I hope this helps your kiddos with their comprehension.